Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. Today we are at the Giltrap Porsche display space in Newmarket, Westfield in Auckland, and we are going to take a look at the new 992 GT3 RS in detail. This specific GT3 RS is in the shark blue color, and it's also spec'd with the WiseX package. The overall look and presence of the car is just amazing. At first I thought it would be similar to my GT3 in terms of its looks, but it's definitely not. It's a much more aggressive car, and to me it almost feels like a fighter jet, with all the contrasting colors, the carbon fiber, and also the blacked out aero kits. The entire car just looks so amazing in the flesh, especially the large wing at the back. I've never seen a wing so big on a 911 before, personally. And when you see it in person, the wing actually doesn't feel that out of proportion. It's actually very suited to the character and the look of the GT3 RS. With the WiseX package, the front bonnet comes with an exposed carbon look. And you can see there are two very large vents on the hood. This is to allow air to escape from the one single large radiator under the bonnet. This is a very different setup from my regular GT3, where it has three smaller radiators in the front. The one single radiator setup in the GT3 RS is not just for better cooling, but it's also for better packaging and allows more room underneath the car in the front to allow for active aero. The small fins on top of the vents direct hot air away from the car. The front tires are 275/35 R20 tires, and this particular GT3 RS is equipped with the Goodyear Eagle F1 Super Sport tires. The rear tire sizes are 335/30 R21s. These are massive tires, and I would imagine they are very expensive to replace after a few track days. These rims are of a different design from my regular GT3. You can see there are more details, and also there are holes on the rims to reduce weight. This GT3 RS is equipped with the standard steel brakes with 6 piston calipers in the front. There is a ton of aero design around the front wheels. There is a fin in the front, a vent on the top, and another large fin at the back. This is to manage all the different airflow and turbulences around the front wheels. Firstly, to reduce drag, and secondly, to increase downforce. Looking closely, you can also see there is wire meshing below the air vent on top of the wheel arch. There is also an indicator light that acts as a connecting piece between the body panel and the fin. The front fenders and also the doors look so sculptured, looks very incredible. And the side skirt as well, it's a bit more sculptured and a bit more detailed compared to the standard GT3. Because the GT3 RS adopted the wider body of the 911 Turbo, you can see the stock PPF has a larger protection area compared to the regular GT3. This opening that's adopted from the turbo body is not actually an air intake. Its function is for managing airflow that's reducing drag from the side of the car. I do like these previous generation grab handles. I think they work better than the new retractable grab handles. The carbon mirrors look great, and you can see there is a small carbon triangle piece next to the A-pillar. That's a really nice detail as well. The roof is exposed carbon fiber. This is a cost option you can also get for the standard GT3. You also notice there are two fins on the top of the roof. This is to direct hot air away from the air intake at the back of the car. Moving to the rear, The rear design is a much more complicated design than the standard GT3. You can see the large opening and the fin at the back of the rear wheels to allow for better aero, and also the very large wing on the back of the GT3 RS. The rear diffuser design is very similar to the standard GT3, and also the exhaust tips are also in chrome black. I think that's also very similar to the standard GT3 as well. All the badges on the GT3 RS are in sticker form. The upper brake lights in the GT3 RS, they are vertical compared to the horizontal design in the standard GT3. A small detail that I noticed is that the vents behind the rear wheels, they are actually functional. You can see that these are perforated vents that allow air to escape from the rear wheel arches. So it's different from the standard GT3, where the standard GT3, these vents are actually non-functional. They're just cosmetic. This large wing at the back of the GT3 RS just looks incredible. And I love the exposed carbon fiber rear flap on the back of the wing. This is how the DRS works. This flap actually moves to allow air to escape from the rear of the wing to reduce drag. This whole wing is also held up by a swan neck mechanism that's connected to the back of the car. These stands really look quite beefy. Well, I guess they have to be very strong to support the large amount of downforce that the wing creates. Looking closely, you can see there are sockets on either side of the wing where the fins are to allow the rear flap to move. There are a couple of electronically controlled actuators that push or pull the rear flap. This creates a variable amount of air gap and hence controls the drag or the downforce at the back of the car. It's also interesting to see there are more air vents at the back of the car compared to the regular GT3. I guess this is to allow more air to go inside the engine bay. There are also two flaps that's openable on either side of the GT3 RS. But on the GT3, there is only one openable flap to allow you to add coolant or engine oil. One of the coolest things with the GT3 RS is that you can change the compression and rebound of the suspension, and also the torque vectoring and the traction control using a few buttons on the steering wheel. So on the left hand side of the steering wheel, you have the red button to change the compression and rebound, and the blue button to adjust the torque vectoring system. On the right hand side of the steering wheel, we have the drive mode selector from normal to sport to track, and the yellow scroll button is for adjusting the level of traction control. These magnetic actuated pedal shifters feel so special. They are very clicky and very race car-like, very different from the ones in my GT3. The driver's side bucket seat is actually different from the passenger side, and it's also different from the ones in my GT3. They have these blue openings, perforated material that's probably better for breathing and also saving weight. On the door card, there's a mix of materials from carbon fiber to leather to Alcantara. And you can see the touch points are all in Alcantara. This Alcantara material is actually perforated, feels quite special. The grab handle is in carbon fiber. There are a couple of small pockets to store your personal items. And the door pull obviously carries on the RS tradition with a fabric material door pull, just to signify weight saving. The interior quality and design is amazing, and it's not much different from a regular GT3. There are only very small detail differences, so you know it's a GT3 RS. Behind the bucket seats, there is a carbon fiber roll cage This is only available with the WiseX package, and it looks amazing. It's the first time I've seen a carbon fiber roll cage, and I presume this will be much lighter than the steel roll cage in my GT3. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this detailed walk-around review of the GT3 RS. Here are some pictures of the GT3 RS that a friend of mine took during the Porsche Club Track Day. I will be posting up another video soon about the Porsche Club Track Day, so please stay tuned for that. Thank you again for watching. Hope to see you next time. Bye!